The instructions were released by the Executive Director for National Bureau for Non-Governmental Organisations, Okello Stephen, while addressing the media at the Uganda Media Center in Kampala. According to the statement, the Non-Governmental Organisations Bureau established that 23 non-governmental organisations are operating with expired permits, 15 have failed to file their annual returns and audited books of accounts to the Bureau, while 16 non-governmental organizations are operating without registering with the Bureau.
While the Bureau was carrying out its functions of monitoring and inspections, it established that there are 54 NGOs out there that are operating and have actually been non-compliant in their operations. Now, these NGOs fall in three different categories. We have 23 NGOs that have continued to operate with expired permits, and that is in contravention of Section 31, subsection 1 and subsection 2, that requires that no NGO in this country must operate without any valid permit, and therefore any NGO out there operating like that is in contravention. The second category of those NGOs that are failing to file returns and also have got other compliance issues in contravention to Section 39, subsection 2 and subsection 3, that requires that at the end of every financial year, NGOs must file annual returns. But there are those that have continued to operate without actually filing. And the third category is a category of NGOs that have continued to operate without registering with the NGO Bureau. And yet, the NGO Act under Section 31 requires that you must be registered with the Bureau. And also Section 29, subsection 1 requires that you should first register before you can actually operate out there. Now, in the exercise of its mandate, the NGO Bureau has taken decisions against these three categories of NGOs, and they are as follows. And these NGOs in these categories are supposed to halt their operations with immediate effect because their communications have already been sent out, and that means that once they get their communications, they should actually halt the operations immediately.
Some of the affected non-governmental organizations, according to the statement, include Afiego, Support the Girl Child Uganda, St. Francis Foundation for the Poor, Citizens Coalition for Electoral Democracy in Uganda, Islamic Dawa and Orphanage Foundation, among others. The Non-Governmental Organizations Bureau has informed the general public and all stakeholders to take note of its decision against the affected organizations. It has
NGOs that are supposed to halt the operations because they are operating with expired permits. And the list of the 23 as follows. The first one is the African Institute for Energy Governance, commonly known as Afiego. The second one is Western Ankole Civil Society Forum. The third one is the Citizens Concerns Africa. The fourth one is Elohim Power Transforming Africa. The fifth one is Orone Foundation. The sixth one is Light Concepts. The seventh is Public Policy Institute. The eighth one is Otubet Youth United Development Organization. The ninth one is Support Girl Child Uganda. The 10th one is Saints Preparation Ministries. The 11th is Adoration Ministries. The 12th is Islamic Dawa and Orphanage Foundation. The 13th is Jesus Shines Youth Ministries International. The 14th is Labone Missionary Center Uganda. The 15th is Wanyange Child Support Foundation. The 16th is St. Francis Foundation for the Poor. The 17th is Ray of Hope International Uganda. The 18th is Mindset Change Development Organization. The 19th is the Liberty International Foundation. The 20th is Foundation for Women Empowerment for Secular Aid. The 21st is the Karambi Action for Life Improvement. The 22nd is Tech Plus Love Foundation, and the 23rd is Center for Justice Studies and Innovations. All these 23 organizations are operating with expired permits, which is in contravention of Section 31, subsection 1 and 2, that requires that no NGO should operate out there if you do not have a valid permit. Now, the second category
has also called upon its stakeholders from the national, district and sub-county levels to help in enforcing these decisions by ensuring that those affected organizations halt their operations with immediate effect. TV Africa News, Kachanchu Mtabazi reporting.